Hi, I'm Mel. I run a sling library called Hog Sling Library, and I'm based in East London, in Townlet, Hackney, and surrounding areas. And I've run a regular sling library session, sling clinics, all sorts of events. I also run a big meetup that's called the Townlet Family Meetup, and it's like a sling library plus. We have lots of perinatal professionals who come and help and support parents for free. And it's a space also for new parents to meet up, hang out, get some free baby clothes, some cake, and then just have a nice little chat and get support. I also run a mother and baby sharing circle, and I do all sorts of other things like working for brands and creating content and all of that. And I'm also a full-time mum. I have 3 boys, and the youngest is 2 and is with me. That's about it.
Busy lady, and I really appreciate your time on here, and you are a regular here, so thank you so much. I know people do find your videos so helpful. We direct people, particularly on our courses, they kind of want to just understand a bit more about it, and every time we speak we kind of cover something new. So today we have a few different questions, but I think it makes sense to talk about things in the heat. I know we're talking about getting started with
I knew you were going to ask that, so I've prepared a few things.
So the top things you think parents need to know when they're wearing their babies in slings, carriers, wraps, anything really when it comes to this extreme heat?
So it's fine to carry. It's entirely up to you. You shouldn't feel pressured to carry your baby if you feel too hot. Just to remember that in lots of other countries where it's hot like that all the time, they carry the babies. Just a few precautions, really. Just making sure that you are well hydrated. Your baby's well hydrated. So if you're breastfeeding, you might have to breastfeed a little bit more and make sure you drink more if you are going to breastfeed more, or you have bottles ready. In terms of the heat, you're going to feel quite hot on your chest, because when we carry our babies, this is where the concentration of the heat is. So even without a baby, you might feel hot just holding your baby in arms. Lots of tips. So stay in the shade and out of the sun as much as possible. But if you do have to go out, shield yourself from the sun, you can use an umbrella. You can use a really cool parasol. This is my granny's parasol, which I'll use. It's brilliant.
That's a good idea.
Like a big muslin cloth around yourself like that to protect baby's legs if you're not putting sun cream on your baby. If you don't cover baby's head on your hat, so don't put anything over the head, and same with buggies. And then when it comes to slings, you can look at something a bit more lightweight. So think about if you use a stretchy wrap, for instance, 3 layers. You might want to wrap differently, so in 1 layer, or try a different type of wrap. You can get stretchy wraps that are made of mesh. So Ismi, great brand. You can kind of see me through this. It's got loads of little holes, so it's just a very lightweight mesh wrap that doesn't feel as hot as different brands. You can go for something completely different, so like ring slings. You can get muslin ring slings that are really nice and cool. So like these ones, you just wear crossbody, and you can wear baby on your hip, or you can look at if you've got a slightly bigger baby, it's not the best for newborn, but also mesh adjustable pouches. Lots and lots of options. I mean, it's endless. I'm just picking a few here. Some carriers are made of mesh as well. So if you look at the Tula Explore, it's got very special. It's quite hard to see on camera, but it's again made of mesh. Just one go embrace. Go on me. All of these carriers made of mesh, or things like we call solar fabric. So it's a more breathable type of fabric. Carrying on your hip is a bit cooler. So if you can manage to do that, you have a bit less contact, so carrying on the hip, a bit less sweaty. If you have a bigger baby, you can back carry as well. You okay, Jules? Did you fall? And then this is my favorite thing, is water spray. Keeping everybody nice and cool. Damp wipes. Just dab yourself and baby. and just really take it easy. That's what I want to say, is just to not push yourself.
Yeah.
If you feel too hot or baby's looking too hot, just take baby out, take a break. And baby can be just a nappy, it's fine. The minute it gets too hot, just don't worry. Just a nappy is fine, as long as they are protected from the sun. And these are just a few tips. I've got lots of tips on my Instagram and on my blog as well. And you can look at hiring something a little bit cooler for the summer from your local sleep library. That's what we
That's
do.
really
We buy the
cool.
sleep so you don't have to.
I've seen some amazing water bottles as well that have little
Yeah,
sprays in the water
yeah.
bottles. That's quite handy.
Multiple fans, everything, anything that's going to keep you cool.
Yeah, thank you. I think the umbrella one's a brilliant one because everyone's got
Yeah,
a brolly. Like you can
yeah,
always
definitely.
you
Yeah.
have hands free. Yeah, thank you for that. And you mentioned, obviously people wear babies in hot countries and things. Did you mention about their like your own clothing layers as well as
Yeah, so
babies?
one thing layer on yourself, something quite baggy. The thing we recommend is to not have direct skin to skin contact when it's really hot, because you're both going to get sweaty. So one thin cotton layer between you and baby. And also
Yeah.
remember that even if it's hot for small babies, having a close contact help them thermoregulate. So it's not making them hotter. It can actually help them, especially when they're
Yeah.
very small like that. So it's always a good idea. But yeah, I would avoid skin to skin when it's not. It's just not nice.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Um, all right, let's go to my questions that I've got on here that have been submitted. Um, so, what is the best time to start, or the safest time, it says on here, to wear babies or put them in carriers after birth? And I guess we should cover both vaginal birth and caesarean birth as well, please.
So, straight after birth is fine. You don't have to wait. Vaginal birth, there's no particular recommendation. What I would say is to have a soft thing, nothing that is too bulky or structured. It's whenever you feel okay, you have to listen to your body. Cesarean birth, same. It's pretty much up to you. So what I would avoid is massive waist belts after C-section, because they can put pressure on your deep tummy muscle. Although you never wear on your C-section scar, you never wear here. You always wear on your waist, especially small babies. Your waist belt always have to be quite high, so babies here close enough to kiss the top of the head, as we say, for safety, so we can monitor babies. Every person is different when it comes to carrying after a C-section. Some people would prefer ring slings because there's just really nothing around the waist. So you just wear baby like that, and there's just nothing here.
Yeah.
Close taboos, also a really good option, because again, no waist belt. So you just wear it like that. Sorry, the TV is not distracting me now.
We can't hear it.
Alternating, spread. Sorry, just be quiet. And then like that. And then if you're going to really go for a carrier, if you find that absolutely none of this work, I would say always go for a really soft carrier. I'm coming in a second. It's very, very soft waist belts. What you can do with C-section is to have your baby what we call off center, so a little bit more to the side, so there's no pressure from the weight that can push down. Some people find that can be a bit uncomfortable. There you
Yeah.
take this now. It's super personal. Some people will find it's easier to carry after a C-section in the carrier rather than in arms, because it's just a lot less work. So your baby's here, they don't need to be put down and lifted constantly, and it's actually easier than pushing a buggy, like pushing up curbs and all of that.
Yeah.
It's really it's so personal. Some people find they just carry straight away. Some people just wait a little bit, they see how they feel. If you have any pain, any discomfort, anything that doesn't feel right, just go to your sling library and we'll be here to support you. We work with women who've had all sorts of pelvic floor issues. There's usually always something that's going to work, small arrangements, small amendments. There's always something that we can try. There's no reason not to carry, unless you've been told by a medical professional, and sometimes they're not very familiar with slings, so it's worth having a chat. That's what we do. We love our job, so come ask. we're here for you.
And yeah, you've seen it all. You've got experience in lots of
Yeah.
different. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
brilliant to have that available, and people can just Google Sling Library in their local area, can't they?
Yeah, there's a website called the Sling Pages. So if you go on that website, you can see on a map where all of us are. You can put your postcode and you'll see your nearest Sling Library
Yeah,
as well.
fab. Thank you. And one question that came in a few times this time actually was around colic and reflux. How can wearing a baby help with that?
So, especially with reflux, you want baby to be upright after a feed. Those were slings are really great for that. And I would always suggest if you want to go for buccal carrier, something that's not overstructured, so
Yeah.
something really soft. If you're going to feed and put baby straight back in the sling, just to wait a little bit, because sometimes putting pressure on baby's stomach can just make them split up. So just to hold baby and then try to bear baby and give them a few minutes for the milk to go down before you retighten. It really helps. It always helps. You have split ups happens. Just keep a muslin cloth with you
Yeah.
to protect your sling. Otherwise, running underwater is a damn cloth. With
Yeah.
colics and fussy babies, I mean, they all go through something. uh, they want to be held. It's just normal. So carry them as much as possible, and then just follow your baby's needs. Your baby's right here. It's very difficult to ignore them. Just see what they want. Do they want to be fed more? Do they want to come out for a bit? Do they have gas? A lot of the time, it really is just a question of gas. And sometimes babies need to be taken out for a little bit to give them a bit of space. And
Yeah,
often
they
we mistake
just
the sling being a problem when they just need to sleep. They're just tired, or they
yeah.
just need to feed. And you can learn to feed in your sling as well.
Mhm.
It's all beneficial, but again, everything always depends. Every family, every baby is different and unique. Every situation is unique, so it's worth getting some support and
Mhm.
just asking questions uh, and see
Yeah.
what's going to work for you and your family. But one thing I need to point out is we always carry babies upright. So I know you might see some brands and unsafe image out there where babies are carried lying down. It's just very unsafe. Always carry baby upright. It's better for them anyway,
Yeah.
for their digestion. So
Yeah. That's a really good point. And actually, one of the questions was, how do I know I'm doing it properly? So it's a good
so
question. I think people just don't know, do they?
yeah, so safety is very important, and there's a lot of safety information out there. What we are working with the ticks. Let me grab my leaflet. Okay. So all slings that are manufactured in the UK always come with a safety leaflet. So you might find the ticks, you might find ABC, you might find high Titan Insight. These are different ways to explain safety, basically. I have many safety videos out there on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. It's always the same. We always say the same. So the sling has to be tight, so snug, so feeling of snugness, or you feel like baby's well supported. They start to slump, they're not well supported, you need to make your sling tighter. And
Hmm.
getting the tension right is really something that comes with some practice.
Yeah.
We want to always make sure the airways are clear and visible. So the
Yeah.
minute the head, the face is covered, you cannot see your baby's airways, then your baby can be in danger of suffocation. I have to be quite blunt. It's very important to make sure the airways are always clear and visible.
Yeah.
And that baby is here because you have to kiss the top of the head. So you carry baby on the hard part of your chest, not lower down, because baby can be face can get stuck in breast tissue, and
Hmm.
also if the baby's too low down, it's probably not tight enough. That's very
Hmm.
important as well. Think about airways. So we always want to make sure we have two fingers between baby's chin and chest. But
Yeah.
think of the airways like a straw. So you want always the straw to be open like that. The minute uh, the airways are blocked, it's a bit like a straw. The air is not going through. So always make sure that baby is well supported. If your baby is well supported and well positioned, so supported from knee to the
Hmm.
nape of the neck, you don't need anything higher up than that. hands towards the face, tight, and baby's high. You can see airways. You should be able to support the airways. It could be that your sling is too loose or too big for you. Sometimes that can happen. Some brands can be a bit of a problem. They overpromise and they say, yes, suitable from birth. What does birth mean? Some babies are born extremely small. Some babies are born much bigger. What I would say is to, again, get support from professionals if you're not sure. Stretchy wraps and close cover, they always work from birth. Woven wrap and ring slings. Vocal carriers can be a little bit more of an issue. They might not always work. And so it's just something to bear in mind, is to go for a sling that is suitable from birth because it's fully adaptable, so it will always fit you and baby. The way to know is to get a fit check. So if you've got many sling libraries that would be more than happy to check that your baby's well supported, you can message me as well. I can do fit checks online. It's quite simple. If I feel like I can't help you, I will send you to your nearest sling library, but I can always check. But it's to make sure you always follow the safety guidelines, and these are extremely important. You need to make sure your baby's well supported and airways are clear and visible at all time. And this can be easily found online.
Yeah. Thank you for that. It's really clear, and I'll put that information at the bottom of the video as well. I think we'll probably wrap it up there, Mel, because we've got a lot of information. Some of the questions that were asked were things that you covered last time around kind of how you find, what's the best sling and like the different options available and things. So we'll link both videos together. It's nice to cover kind of different things on each video. Is there anything you'd want to share now at all that you've been covering?
No, I mean, like, what I really want to say is just to always ask for help. I mean, don't be scared, don't be shy. We love our job, literally. We just do it because we love it. And just to always reach out, go to your local groups, go and ask. And if something doesn't feel right, just insist. And please ask the experts, because your midwife, your GP, your health visitor, they have absolutely no idea how these things work. They are not trained, neither are doulas or other types of healthcare providers. And I know sometimes they really want to help and they've done a little bit of training, but often they're not really qualified. So, and it's not in a way that we don't overstep. It's just like, come and see us. It's literally how it goes. And
No, I
I
agree. As a
can't stress
doula,
this enough. We come and see us. We love it. We really love it.
as a doula myself, I have not anywhere near as much knowledge as you on this, so I can definitely recommend it all, but I have no idea to be able to support each person on it. So yeah, it's really important. You're right to find an experienced person in this, so that you can have a safe but also enjoyable journey.
And it's not, if you don't have somebody nearby, there's a lot of support online as well. So it's not, it's okay if there's nobody nearby you can't get to a sling library, or things are a bit tricky. There's tons and tons of support online. Always don't hesitate to message me. I can send you links and do my best to support online, or other sling consultants are very happy to do so as well. Don't be shy.
Well, I hope this video and the others you do with us will just open it up to more people, right? That's what we want. It's just people to know it's an option and to explore it, because it can be such a lifesaver.
Oh, definitely. I totally agree.
Thank you, Mel. Go and have a lovely rest of your afternoon. Thank you again.
Yes.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.